Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, February 8th, so I'm here for my weekly cross-stitching update. I have a decent amount to show. Not all of it is present, but I did make a clip of the things that are no longer with me. So I guess we should just get started. I have a little bit of stitchy kindness, I guess is what we can call it, from Desiree. She saw this kit the day that I announced that Cinnamon was no longer with us, and then she saw this kit and just thought, you know what, I need to get this for her. So she sent me this kit, which is super cute. It's very similar to Cinnamon's coloring. I may brown it up a little bit if I do this. It's a full kit. So she had found this on a D-Stash page and thought it was perfect. So it is. Thank you. And then she also passed along some fabrics that she was no longer going to use. This is probably 32 count, like a light green fabric. Linen, probably, I think it's linen. And this is some linen too, 32 or 28, just black. So I need to find something to do on these. And I think this kitty will actually look really nice on this green because under here is some green shading. So I think it would actually complement that pretty well. So thank you. And she also sent a rack in the recent Valentine's Day sale of a picture, let's see, a pattern, young woman with bouquet or something like that. I'll put a picture here of what that looks like. And it's a mini. And we'll probably be stitching it together. Desiree's channel is The Addicted Stitcher, so I'll link that below. And she just started making videos. I think she's done 2 or 3 now. So you can check on her progress over there as well. And this week we started a project together while we were doing a FaceTime video, Facebook Messenger video. Which is super cool. Technology is amazing these days, how we can be all the way across the world from somebody and talk to them in real time. So that's pretty great. So we started something together this past week, but when we're done with that, I think we'll start this full coverage together just because it's fun and we both have it. So let's do it. I'm actually really excited to start it. So I don't know how long it'll take to finish this other piece, but I guess we'll see. I think I'll do this at the end. So let's go ahead and show what I've been working on this week. You can start with my travel stitching, which is not necessarily travel-y, but sometimes a little bit. My temperature typography I worked on this week, and I got 2 more letters done. I finished out January and started February, which is fun. You can find this in my Etsy shop along with other temperature pieces. And here is where I'm at now. So I'm doing mine 1/1 on 28 count even weave. This is like a pale blue color. And I really like, at least right now, how the colors complement the fabric nicely, or the fabric complements the colors, I guess. But we got some nice cold colors here, which is really cool. And then it's warming up again. It's probably 70s this past week. I can do 1 more letter. As of today, I could do another one if I wanted to, so I'm not sure when I'll do my next session on this. I can do one today and then again on Friday, so I might just wait till the weekend again. I think I worked on this on Saturday instead of Sunday just because the opportunity presented itself. So I'll wait till the weekend again and then get 2 more letters done on that. And I worked on my Home and Hearth from the Prim Stitch series, number 6. This is a Lori Holt pattern, but at the Fat Quarter Shop is where you can find these. It's a series and I've been doing them all along. I'm behind. I already have number 7 and I'm still on number 6, but I made progress this week. So here is where I'm at now. So this is 25 count vintage cloth in the color Prim, and I'm doing mine 1/1 full crosses with some specialty stitches just thrown in there for fun. The original chart is called for all cross stitches. I'm just playing with the playing with it to make specialty stitches. So I got all these stars done and then just started in on the flower right there. And there's flowers and stems. I think I might do some specialty stitches on the leaves like I did the flowers in the last one, just to help it go a little bit faster, because it does speed it up a little bit in some cases to do specialty stitches. So I want to get that done this week. So that's kind of a goal of mine, to be more proactive to finish that, because I do want to get on to number 7, which is faith and endurance. So, and I'll probably, yeah, I don't know how that lends itself to specialty stitches either. I want to try to do more specialty stitches in the building this time than I did in the house. The house on this last one, I just did straight cross stitch and it took forever because I wasn't feeling creative. But I do want some specialty stitches on this one because I think that would take forever too. And I need to get caught up. So, so we'll be doing something with that. And also my regular piece, I've been stitching almost every day on this piece. At least 65 stitches is my quick stitch iris. Here it is. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm hoping to finish it this year. So I'm on track to do a good job with that. So we shall see. So here it is. This week, I did not actually get any stitching of any kind done on Saturday. So that didn't get any work on this either, but I did work on this every other day that I cross-stitched, I believe. So I think there's about 5 days on this since you saw it last. Because I don't work on this on Mondays, because now I'm doing Mill Hill Mondays to work on my buttons and beads kits. So this is 25 count 1/1 full crosses and working kind of from the top down. And so I filled in some outline over here. I think some of this is new. I think I might have finished these petals. I added some of this light blue. So probably some stuff in here too. I don't even remember what I do anymore, but it's fun. I really like working on that, and I like how it's coming together and definitely feels like I'm closing in on a finish, which is awesome. I'm excited to get that done. And I will actually be working on this for a whole day on the 11th, I think, this week. Yeah, the 11th is the day that corresponds with my aunt's birthday. The aunt that this is going to, a different aunt than the one I made the special piece for that I'll show a little bit later. Her birthday corresponds with the 11th. It's not this month 11th, but every 11th I'm gonna work on it all day rather than just for my 65 stitches. So that'll happen this week. So we'll see a big jump in progress this week, which is always fun. But it'll get 65 stitches every other day other than Monday, assuming I have time. And so speaking of Mill Hill Monday, that's today, because today is Monday. So I'll be working on my buttons and beads kit, Winged Monarch, which is really lovely to work on. I'll put 2 or 3 stitches, 2 or 3 links of thread in this every Monday before putting it away. Every little bit helps. Here's where it's at now. And I started in on the light pink. So there's a little bit more light pink down here, I think, and then there's some light pink over here. There was also some light purple, I believe, in this flower, the lavender color that I didn't realize was in this flower when I was doing this light purple. So I'll probably do that as well to finish out all of the flower cross stitching. And then next week I'll be able to start in on the greenery and then the background later. So there's a little bit of background too. And then I can bead. So it's coming along and it's really fun to work on this every day or every week at least, rather than just letting it languish in my closet and never making any progress. So this is a really fun way to tackle it because it's, yeah, it's just fun. I like it. I've been enjoying that. So my main project this week was my, I don't think I brought it over, my You Are So Loved designs from the Snowflower Diaries that I was making for my my aunt, a different aunt than is getting the iris, and my grandma. I wanted them done this week because I was seeing my parents yesterday and I wanted to give them to them so they could hand deliver these cards. And so I got them done. I'm so excited. And I had filmed a little clip on Friday evening showing them fully finished, and I will insert that here. Hi, so this is Friday, February 5th, and I finally finished my family pieces that I was making for my aunt and my grandma. And so I had to show you because I'll be giving them to my mom tomorrow, who will be hand delivering them in a little while, in like a month. So I couldn't wait for my next video. So here I am. I took these from the Snowflower Diaries pattern, You Are Loved, and this is a free pattern you can find on her blog. It's very cute. I changed mine a little bit. I changed all the colors just for what I had. She calls for Nina's threads and DMC, different conversions, but I made all the words one color, and then I just did all of my own, what do you call it? All my own colors. And I made the beaks and the legs of the birds their own unique color rather than the same color as the flowers. Because I didn't feel like that worked very well with the colors that I chose. So I guess I'll show you the cards first before the light goes away. It's pretty late in the day today compared to when I usually film. And then I'll show you my colors if you care. So the first one is the one for my aunt. And this is got more of a cooler color scheme. This one is, they're both on 32 count linen, which is like a cream color. And I machine sewed them onto a blank card. And later tonight I'll write in some Bible verses and some encouragement for them, and then they can just sit them on their side table or on a bookshelf or whatever, and it's very easy and quick, and they can also read whatever I put inside. So I thought that was a nice quick finish. This one has a cooler color scheme, and here's the one I made for my grandma, which is a bit warmer, a warmer color scheme. This one has like a lighter pink and more of a tealy wing color for the bird, and more of a warm green. So the green, the pink, and the blue are the two colors that I made different and unique for each card, and the other colors are the same. This stick color is Walnut by somebody, General Art maybe. So that's the same on both of them. If they look different, it's because of variation in the thread colors or lighting. The words and the baby birds' bodies are all the same color. That's Rose Gold by Color and Cotton, I believe. And then the mom's body is the same color as each other. This one just got a lighter chunk of the thread, and this got a darker chunk of the thread. It was the same length of thread. I just kept it on my needle and did both of these. I had these all on the same piece of fabric and was stitching with the neutral colors. I started with the word color, so I did all the words on one card, I did all the words on the other card, I did the baby bird bodies, and then I switched to the next color, and I did all of the mom bodies on both of them, and then I did switch to the brown, I did all the brown on both of them. So there was like a lot of assembly line work, but then once I got to the unique colors, I finished this one first, and then I did all the green, and then the blue, and then the pink, and then I went down and did the green, blue, and pink on this one. So that's kind of my progress on that one, and I think they turned out really cute. I'm so excited. I hope they will like them. So this is the word color, Rose Gold by Color and Cotton, and the branch was Walnut by General Art. The mom's body was Adobe Adventure by Victorian Motto. So those were the browns that I used. And then I used Rust Orange by Color and Cotton for the beaks and legs of the birds, and Caterpillar by Classic Colorworks was the dark bits, like their eyeballs and the tail feathers of the mom. And then, let's see. Oh, Petal is still downstairs. Radish is the one I used for my ants, and then Petal is from Color and Cotton, and I actually left the bobbin downstairs because I just finished petal. So it's the lighter pink. And then the blues were Dusty Blue by Color and Cotton and Caribbean Waters by Color and Cotton, and those were both, Classic Colorworks. Those were the two bird wing colors, and then these were my greens, Green Pasture and Grape Leaf, the cooler one and the warmer one. I actually changed these from what I showed in my last video. I changed the greens and I changed the pinks on my ants piece, I think, yes. Because I did the personalizing, the colorful colors on my ants piece first, and when I got to the green, I had Shutter Green, I believe, Sampler Greenery from Victorian Motto, and it was too close to my fabric color. It was a little bit more of a light yellow green, and it was going to blend in too much. So I scrapped that and decided to go with the Green Pasture by Gentle Art instead. And along with that decision, my pink rose color was Adobe by Color and Cotton, and that seemed too dark for the overall color scheme at that point, so I revisited that and went with Radish. So these are two that are different than what I showed in my last video. But that's what happens when you're color converting, is sometimes you change midstream. And I also added the orange because originally it was charted for the same color as the pink, and that wouldn't work for me. And I was gonna maybe do the dark brown walnut color for their legs and beak, but that just seemed not quite right either. So then I went and found a dark orange, and I like how they turned out. So here they are, super excited. So 2 new finishes, took me a week to do them both, and I'm very excited. So with that, back to the rest of the video. Bye. So I'm really excited how those turned out, and I'm hoping it will bring a smile to their face and encouragement to their heart, and that they will be able to see that and know that I love them and God loves them, and just kind of give them a little lift when they need it. So that was exciting to finish. So when I got those done, I was able to move on then to my niece's piece, the letter L Fairy by Nora Corbett. And I'm doing my own color conversion. She's gonna have a pink dress, a little bit more purpley of an L than they have, and everything else is just similar to what's called for, but converted into what I had. And I worked on this a little bit on Friday night and then again Sunday night. So I was able to get her dress finished. So here she is, next to last week, or whatever I got done last month when I started her last month. I'm working on her once a month also. So I got her dress finished. There is a line right here of empty stitches, which is where a vine will go, that's twirling around the L. It also covers, goes in front of her. So that will get stitched in later, either by a green or beads. And this is on 32 count water lily linen, which is the called for fabric. And I really am happy with that. So now I need to decide if I'm going to go ahead and bead. She's got some beads in her hair. There's some bead swirls out here. There's obviously this vine that has some beads and some stitching. Do I work on the vine and go into the L, or do I bead her first and then work on the L? I don't know. I usually like to bead some as I go. So when I pull it back out next month, I'll have to decide what I feel like doing. But that was fun. I like getting to another milestone hit. Last time I was excited to finish all the skin, and now I finished her dress. So she's a little bit smaller than the E was that I worked on last time, so I think it'll work up nice and quick. So that's nice. Friday afternoon, I also took time away to, as I mentioned earlier, to call Desiree, the Addicted Stitcher, and we started together His Name is Jesus. And this is by Joyful Expressions. It's actually a free chart. So if you go to joyfulexpressions.com, I think, you can sign up for their newsletter and get this chart for free. And they also offer other charts that you can pay for, as well as this chart in a few other languages, I think, too, if you would like that. So the original English version of His Name is Jesus is a free chart, which is fun. And they have it charted for 3 different colors, your choice. They don't I don't even think they recommend anything necessarily. So you really need to just pick something. So you could pick, like they show in here, they have like two multi-tones of the same color. So you could go in your DMC and do like 3 next to each other that are, you know, make it a tonal thing. I decided to go with some, oh man, I left that downstairs. Pardon me, I need to show you this. Okay, I had to show you the colors that I chose. They're all Victorian Motto sampler thread colors because I wanted to make sure I had enough. I ended up doing mine 1/1, so I probably won't have any trouble running out of thread. But all of these have an additional bobbin full of thread because I can fit 10. I used to be part of her Thread of the Month club and she has 20 yard skeins. So I have 10 yards on each bobbin, 2 bobbins for every color. I stopped being part of her thread club because some of the colors didn't have a lot of variegation and it was just a lot of thread and I didn't know when I would ever use it all. So I switched over to color and cotton because I like her variegation just a little bit better, and they're 8 yard skeins, which is a decent amount, but not too much and not too little. So I like that a little bit better, but I still have a lot of Victorian Motto to choose from. So I went ahead and used some of these and I am stitching it on, little winded, running up and down the stairs. I'm doing this on 28 count ivory Lugana, and I got 1 length of thread stitched in. This is the blue sampler. Here, maybe I'll put these next to the fabric for you. Blue sampler, garden rose, and golden sandstone are the 3 colors that I chose. So here's the 3 colors that I chose. I thought they would be really nice and pop off this fabric, but not be too stark. I like that it's ivory and kind of a light tan color of fabric. And then these colors are saturated, kind of jewelry tones, which I thought was nice. I'm gonna do the big His Name is Jesus in this red. And then I just kind of picked, based on what they had done, they had a dark color up here. So I chose the blue for that and wherever else it occurred according to their recommendation. And then the lighter color was the golden color. So I thought that would be fun. And I really enjoyed it. So yeah, these come in 1 yard lengths. So doing it 1/1, let me hold this up double for you so you can. Doing it 1/1, I got quite a bit done. It does change in variegation just a little bit. It's darker up here than it is over here. I think that'll be really nice. So next time when I pull this out, I need to start with the lighter end of the string so it doesn't have a crisp change here, because this is still the middle of the N coming down here for Prince of Peace. So I think that's really nice and I'm excited to keep working on it. I will only work on this when Desiree and I call, so it'll be about every 2 weeks, unless life makes it even more different than that. But that's kind of the plan. And I put it on this big, huge piece of fabric, which was what I had been doing Empress Eugenie on, and before I restarted it on a different fabric, because this is, Lugana seems to be a little bit more loosey-goosey of a fabric, so doing a 10 stitch full coverage piece wasn't cutting it, wasn't working. So I went ahead and restarted that one on a Monaco, and I'm really a lot happier with that. But full cross 1/1 works just fine on Lugana. So I will roll this up later. I still need to cut it down to be to the size of the design that I'm doing now. But I decided to wait on that because I was too busy working on my family cards earlier in the week, and then I wasn't sure 100% that I wanted to do 1/1. I thought maybe 2/2 would be fun as well, but I went ahead and went with the 1/1, and I like how it looks. I like how it works on the fabric, and so now I can cut it down and not have this huge piece to be working with unnecessarily. So there's that. I'm happy about that new start. Did I work on anything else this week? Letter L Fairy. And then I went back and worked on my Prim Stitch Club a little bit. And yeah, I didn't get to the Wildlife Mystery Cell. I didn't get to that at all. I had possibly, that's what I had slated for this week, this past week, but then when I worked on the cards, that kind of pushed that out and I never got back to it. It's not calling to me, to be completely honest. So I'm not sure if I'll wait until March to see what the next clue is, or if at some point I will decide to go ahead and just put a few days on it to see, to keep plugging away at it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet how committed I am to that project. So for now, I've decided on other projects for this coming week. So first of all, I'm gonna work on End of the Ball. And this goes along with Full Coverage Fanatics Bookshelf Challenge. Their theme this month is romance. So they wanted pieces that represented romance. So Dancing at the Ball is romantic. And so I thought I would work on, this is one of the 3 that I've chosen to work on throughout the month. No stitch count requirement for me because I am just doing the theme. They are very nice about most challenges. Not most, but they do give you a variety of challenges where you can choose the counting option or the non-counting option, which is very nice. If you chose the counting option, you would choose the number of stitches in the books that they picked to go with their theme that month. I would rather just pick the theme because then I can work on it for 2 days, 3 days, however much time I have to devote to it, and whatever I get done in that amount of time, that's what I get done, and I don't have to stress about trying to meet a stitch goal. So that's all I'm doing. I'm going to give it 2 days this week, and I'm excited to get a little bit more done on it. I had forgotten I have a needle minder that matches, which is amazing. So this is on 24 count Congress cloth in like ivory or something slightly light tan, and this is how far I am right now. And I believe I got a decent amount, done this past year whenever I was working on it, so I'm excited to keep going with that. Following along these colors and working down, I also have hit the lady's head down here, so there's always a possibility I'll put a little bit of work done, get a little bit of work done on her as well. But I may just be a good girl and stay up here, pick these colors and work them in until my strings run out. So we'll have to wait and see what I'm in the mood for, but I'll work on that today and tomorrow in the evenings. Usually my afternoon time is when I work on either my Mill Hill kit or my Quick Stitch Iris for a little bit. And if I have extra time, I can start my main piece then in the afternoon as well, but I don't always have that much time. Sometimes I don't have any time in the afternoon, so evening stitching is mostly for sure that I'll have time. Although not always. I have Bible study tomorrow, so we'll see. So we'll see how much time I get done on that this week, but that's kind of the plan, is for 2 days on that. And then we get to the 10th of February, which is technically my it's like my six month anniversary, I guess, of being married, because it's, we got married on August 10th. So February 10th is 6 months. Oh yeah, it's in here. I have a start that I have been planning for a little while, and then I've been thinking, should I even do it? I don't know if my husband will really even like it. But we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary next year in August. So I have a year and a half from the 10th of this week. I have a year and a half. So I thought, I really want to do something, and this is more my style for sure, but it is an anniversary piece, so it should represent both of us, right? But I loved the quote that Lindy Stitches, Stephanie, used in her Stars Bright. And did I was gonna bring it up. I might put it up here because I totally don't remember what it is at this point. But something about reading together when the stars are bright, kind of thing. And for the last couple years, I guess, we've been I've decided he always reads before bed, my husband, as kind of a way to wind down and get ready for sleep. I have not always done that, especially in the baby years that we've had. I need to hit the pillow, be ready for midnight feeding, that kind of thing. So now that my kids are older, I've started to read with him in the evenings, and it's been a really nice time where we just kind of have a quiet time and read before we go to bed. So I loved that quote, and so I found this sew to stitch pattern. It's called By the Window in the Morning, and I got it on their Etsy shop. They have a designated Etsy shop where you can get sew to stitch patterns for the US. So it's their main, forget what it's called, but it's their main outlet for selling. I'm gonna do mine with like a nighttime scene out here with stars because it goes with the quote, and then I'll probably just write the quote down here in some small backstitched letters. So I thought this was cute because it shows a couple reading books, and they've got mugs of tea. I guess it could be coffee, but we're like, both of us love tea, so I thought that was appropriate. We like to wear slippers around the house. I thought it was really just perfect. So that's that. And I went through my stash like right before the video and pulled out this tan, I think it's Devosa. It's 18 count. I've never used Devosa, but from what I've heard, Devosa is 18 count even weave, which is what this looks like. It looks like even weave, but it's 18 count. So it's not Ada. But I thought this would be nicer than a bright white because I'm going for a nighttime scene, so that the house area will be tan and then I'll have dark outside the window. And I think that'll be more appropriate for a nighttime scene rather than a bright white. And also our walls are similar to this tan color, so that works. And I checked the pattern. All of the pattern from this part is completely stitched in. So anywhere you see white, it's actually stitched white. So that'll be good. The only places these curtains are, only these dots are stitched, and the outline and the shading, of course. But the rest of this is blank. So the only thing I might add to this is like to maybe stitch in the curtains as well as the window, because the window is plain white too, which I'll fill in with like navy for a night sky. So I'll have to wait and see what the curtains look like with this fabric showing through. So I'll have to wait and see on that. But I will start this on the 10th. There'll be something else to keep secret from my husband, along with the Simpsons piece I'm working on for him. But that will be fun. I'll probably try to work on that with my family pieces about once a month on the 10th. So. And then we come to the 11th, which is when I'll work on Quick Stitch Iris all day. And then we get to the 12th, which is a birthday sale for Kelly. Her channel is called Animal Instinct, and I really like all of her projects. She has a nice variety of projects, a lot of full coverage, a lot of other things too. A lot of animals are represented, as you can probably tell from her channel name. Not all animals, but some, a good amount. So she's turning 40 on the 12th, and I felt like I had to participate because not only do I like Kelly and her channel, but I'm turning 40 this year too. So I thought, you know what, camaraderie, I have to participate. So her goal for her hashtag is only 40 once Sal, because she's only going to be 40 once. And she's going to start a whole bunch of things, kind of like a Stitch Mania type affair. I decided I would just start one thing, and my original goal was to start, she wants you to either do a new start or work on something with an animal, or if you don't have either of those, anything will do, and she just wants you to participate. So you can head over to her channel if you want to hear more about that. Let's see, do I have this? Yeah. I decided to go ahead and start my TN books, which I was going to start at the end of December and never got to it. I don't even remember now why I didn't, but I got it started, even have the pins ready to go of where I need to go, and I never put a stitch in. So this is some, oh, I have it down here. Some Days Gone By. It's Vertil, 40 count Vertil by Silk Weaver in the color Days Gone By. And I am going to not stitch the background and have this mottly gray or mottly brown in the background instead. So I believe I've gotten rid of over 50% of the pattern by taking the background out. And how I did that is I just put it in Pattern Keeper and put all of this as stitched. And that's how I know what percentage it was, and that's how it's now done. I don't have to work on it anymore. So anyways, I will work on the steam and maybe starting on the cup or the butterfly or something. We'll see. That'll be fun. So I will work on that. Started on the 12th, and I also probably work on the 13th just to give it a little bit of time to get kind of sink my teeth into it, get a nice proper start. And then we get to the 14th, which is not only Valentine's Day, but it is also the day that I usually work on my mom's piece, Knitting Woman. So that's what I'll be working on Sunday. For my one day for the month when I'll work on this. So this is where I'm at now on this one. And this is on 22 count Aida, 2/1 half stitches. And sometimes I'm working from the top down as far as what's not yet stitched, and sometimes I just fill in to get stitches. I'll probably go back to working from the top down because I don't need to submit any pictures for any groups for this. So I don't really need to specifically have something obvious to show. So I just want to work on it. So I'll be up here working on the arms and neck area, which is fun. I believe the little girl's sleeve is finished. So now I'm just working on a little bit of her collar and neck, and then the girl's arms will be kind of the next thing that gets worked on. So that will be fun. We'll see how that goes on Sunday. And I think that's all my plans for this week, but I have one more thing to talk about. At the end, I realized I knew my Flosstube anniversary was in February, and so after my last video, I went and double checked to see what day it was, and apparently it was on the 2nd, Groundhog Day here in the States, which is kind of just a silly holiday, but it'll be easy to remember now that I know that. So February 2nd was my 4-year Flosstube anniversary of when I started to make videos, so that's pretty cool. And I thought I would go ahead and pick out a few patterns and kits that I don't think I will be stitching and pass them along to you. I have 4 of them because it's my 4-year anniversary, and all I will do, I'll have you say a specific word in the comments if you want to be entered for that particular pattern or chart, and then I will draw. Maybe I'll wait 2 weeks for this one because it's a little bit bigger and more special than than some of the typical like the Prim Stitch series, things that happen more regularly. Those I usually only do one week, so this I'll do 2 weeks. So this will go until the 22nd, I guess, which is Belinda, Aussie Stitcher's birthday. So I'll be working on another Mirabilia for her birthday. Not a new start, but I will be working on something for her birthday. So the first 2 will be I'll ship anywhere. They're just patterns. And then the second 2 are kits. So I'm going to limit those to the United States just because international shipping for more than just paper is very expensive. They changed the rules a few years ago, and it's no longer very helpful. So the first one will be Commandments by La Di Da. And this one has all of the 10 commandments written out here, as well as this pretty flower border. And I thought that was pretty nice. I don't know that I will stitch it, so I thought I would offer it up to you guys. So if you want to say, I think we can just stick with commandments. There's 2 M's in there. So if you say commandments, I will know that you want to be entered for this one. And be sure not to say giveaway or free or whatnot, because I want to make sure that my cross-stitching friends get these and not trolls. So we're going to keep it, we don't want to invite any trouble. So here's another one that's called For Those Who Lead Charmed Lives. It's by Raise the Roof. And this is the mock-up or the example. Some wear a charm on ear or arm. I sewed mine here to see all year. And this is just the pattern. I'm not sure if it came with charms originally, but it was a de-stash item, so I think the charms have been used. Let's see. It looks like, here's some information on the back. It looks like you may be able to find the charms at Shakespeare's Peddler, which is where Raise the Roof is from. So you could look into that. Or you could use whatever charms you already have if they're special to you. I think that would be really appropriate. I don't really have any charms, so I just figured this would be better served with somebody else. So that's another one. You can write the word charmed, or maybe just charm. Let's just have the word charm for this one. And because it's probably easier to include in a comment. So charms, commandments, and charm. And those are open to anybody worldwide. And then these two are kits, full kits. And so I'll offer these to US only. And then this one is called My House by Jan Lynn, and it's a full kit. And it's called Love Makes My House a Home. And it's got butterflies and these bunnies and a big house, some hearts. This is kind of appropriate for Valentine's Day. So that's nice. It has a sun over here and a moon over here. A lot of backstitching. This is a full kit. It comes with 14 count Aida, and all the threads are pre-sorted, and a needle. So there's that. I just think I have too many projects that are similar to this with like busy colors and lots of backstitching. So I'm not really interested in starting another one. So I will offer this to one of you. So you can say the word love, or maybe home. Let's see. Since the title is My House, we'll use the word house. So this one is house. If you would like to be entered to win this one, the word is house. And then this last one is one that I got from a lady at church a while back, but I don't think I will ever stitch it. It is a Dimensions Gold Kit, Angel of Spring. And this is probably back when they were making these in kits. It looks like, it looks a lot like a lavender and lace type pattern, but I don't think it is. I think it's just dimensions. But it comes with 18 count Aida and beads and even ribbons, because there's some ribbon embroidery called for in this. So this is 18 count, like antique white, it looks like. Ivory. It's ivory Aida. They even come with some thread organizers. It is unopened. Both of these kits are unopened. So here's an example of the ribbon embroidery that would be called for in her basket. She's got some birds and angel wings. So again, it's really pretty, but I don't know that I would ever stitch it. So I'd rather pass it on to somebody who would. So this one, we can say the word angel. Yeah, so that's fun. I hope one of these appeals to somebody. So angel, house, charm, and commandments. So that's my 4 years on Flosstube giveaway, and I hope that will bring some joy to some of you, and I'll draw for that in 2 weeks on the 22nd. In the meantime, I hope you're having a wonderful week. Enjoy whatever projects you're working on, and have a wonderful February, and happy stitching. Bye.